In this short assignment, I will be discussing the topic on whether or not Machiavelli himself would make a good business person. As my thesis statement, I will be explaining to you why I believe that Machiavelli would make a good business person because he would do whatever it takes to be successful and gain profit. Excuse me. To go further into detail about my thesis, I will be using as my first citation Machiavelli's own work, The Prince. According to The Prince, Machiavelli had three core principles regarding how to be successful as an individual and as a whole. These three core principles included one that stated, do whatever it takes to gain and maintain power. By doing whatever it takes to gain and maintain power, it shows how hard you care about your respective business or company, and that your main goal is to simply be successful and to maximize the amount of profit that you can make. At the end of the day, being successful is judged on how much money you make. So, as an objection, someone could simply say that, well, if you're going to do whatever it takes to be successful, you got to be doing something immorally and unethical. Think about all the negative things that someone would do if they had the freedom to do whatever it took to gain and maintain power. Think about how they would treat their employees. Think about how they would do all these negative things. But in this case, Machiavelli has never said that you need to do things unethically and immoral to be successful. As a rebuttal to that objection, I would say that Machiavelli doesn't believe you have to do things unethically to become successful. According to the professor's video on Machiavelli as my third citation, he states that Machiavelli believes that you need to be well balanced, and he believes that especially revolving generosity, you need to know the right times to step out and be generous, and you also need to know the times to pull back in as well. And especially being aware of your customers and your investors and who is buying the product from you and who is putting money in your product as well. For example, by being aware of your customers, as my fourth citation, according to the Humane Society International.org, many hair and skin products across the world all start their test samples out on animals by putting their new ingredients onto their shaved skin. And many activists all across the world are rallying together to take a stand against that and boycott any products that are animal tested. Now, Machiavelli himself, he would make sure that whatever that product is, he's simply making sure that no matter what is going on, they are not doing any type and any form of animal testing. Because of that, suppose Machiavelli himself was doing tests on animals, he would gather a negative reputation, his name would be tarnished, he would be losing profit because people are boycotting the products that are tested on animals and no one's going to be buying them. So therefore he's losing profit. And Machiavelli would say, you know what, we are not going to do that. We're going to not test our products on animals. And because of that, they're maxing their profit because they're not being affiliated at all with other companies and organizations that do test out on animals. But also at the same time, they're saving these animals' lives as well. So in this situation, by being aware of society's standards, your customers' views on certain topics, Machiavelli's style of business person would actually do more positive as ethical things rather than the negative, if you believe it or not. I truly do believe doing whatever it takes to gain and maintain profit and power, you'll be surprised and you'll actually do the right things along the way. Your end goal is to make profit, not lose customers. By doing things unethically, you will lose both. By being ethical and working hard to do whatever it takes to be successful, you'll be successful and be ethical as well along the way. As a result, I will be referring back to my thesis saying that Machiavelli himself would make a good business person because he would do whatever it takes to be successful and maximize profit.